Alright, so now that I've prepped the board and cleaned up a little bit the flux and stuff, I'm gonna start installing the actual mod. So I have the two A34 Mosfets that are gonna replace these. So I'm gonna install these first, but basically that's the whole rest of the mod right here. Let's get started. So I'll get the A3400s. What's the best way to get this out of here? Oh, probably the diagonal cutter. There's one, there's two. Two little specks. Alright, and let me focus. I can't really. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to put a crap load of flux here and everywhere, and then take my transistor, and I don't know what to drop it in there with. I guess I've been using this for everything else. Let's get it close enough. Lighting isn't the best as always. Let's see if I can get this. No, this isn't really. I don't think this is gonna cooperate. That's not bad. Alright, it's aligned. Then I'll come in with my OG tip and hold it down with this hand. Let me just focus a little bit. That fell right into place. And then make sure these are just a little bit better aligned. Tilt that a little bit. Close enough. Clean my tip. And then let's do the other one. I did unplug like this plug right here from the main board. Get a little bit more leeway. Same, only different. Gotta take in your breaths before you start soldering. Okay, sorry. Oops. Pulled it back too much. Okay, this one's being a little bit more moody. I think it's because I left too much solder on the other two pads. There we go. How's I'm looking, I can barely see. Yeah. That's too much solder. Man, that top leg, I'm just not super sure. There we go. Now I'm super sure. All right. So those are the first two FETs in. Now for the, what is this? A7. Here, let me zoom out. I'm gonna have to start a new clip. All right, found it, and I also found my little these things. I forgot what they're called. So now this is gonna be soldered into the center pin. This is gonna be pretty tight. Let's see if I can try not to mess this up. Maybe I should zoom in. Let's see. Get that nice leaded solder. What am I at? 380. I'm gonna put it at 390. Even with this good tip, I want to be able to. All right. I should have gotten some of the shitty solder off. Get time to cool down. And ooh, I was shorted the wrong legs. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna double check if I short stuff at the end of this little operation. Oh, I should probably tin the freaking transistor. Ooh, can't see shit. I'm happy with that. I guess let's tin the back legs while we're at it. Flux, flux. Tin. I think I'm actually going to switch to my smaller soldering tip because that's really, oh my god, I can't get it off my hand. Pretty sure you're not supposed to just hot swap tips like this, but I don't normally do it. Forgot to flip this over. Oh, so much nicer than using my fingers. Is it that much nicer though? There we go. I think I still actually like, oh shoot, can't see the board. Okay. Nice and fluxy. All right. Align this. Oh my goodness. Center to center. Wow, this looks hard. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record this. All right, that's pretty well lined up. Just need a little bit of butter. Nope, too much. There we go. Perfect. All right. Whew. Is that the first time that something works on the first try. I'm gonna just double check that I didn't short anything really quick. So I did check by taking the multimeter and putting it on the center pin and seeing if I had continuity to either side, and I didn't. So I'm gonna keep going on with the mod, and my next step is gonna be to add this resistor. Oh, it's very out of focus. So this resistor goes between V plus V2 and channel 1. And it's going to have a wire that gets attached at channel 1. So I'm just going to slide that into place. Let me zoom in a little. Put a little bit of boom, boom. Alright, then I'm going to come in with my trusty soldering iron. This is not going to be super easy. Is it still in focus? Alright. Yeah, that's soldered in. Now we'll just nice. Alright, and then we'll add an extra wire. Add some flux. Bend the wire a little. No flex from the resistor, so it's still attached to C or channel 1. Alright, so that's that. Next we can install. Okay, and so let me just do this separately. The resistor's in. This is the power, the voltage regulator, and basically you don't know how it's gonna come configured. These A and B jumpers, sometimes they have resistors there or they're shorted over, and so the voltage depends on how they're jumpered. Refer to the item description, or especially to this back side where it tells you. So mine says they both have to be open for 5 volts, which is what we want. So they're both open, and then just double check it with using one of your lithium ion. See how this is pointed inward, so that's where the lithium ion gets connected, and then you get 5 volts out here. So you just connect it to the lithium ion, then take your multimeter and touch the ground input and the 5 volt output. Make sure you get 5 volts. And then just wrap it with Kapton tape on the top and the bottom. I left this open just for a little bit of cooling, and then I just added VHB 3M tape to the bottom of it to stick it on. So bring this back in, zoom out. Can't talk and breathe at the same time for some reason. We'll pull off these little covers for the double-sided tape. So we got that exposed, and I already cleaned this with alcohol, this area. And I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, somewhere around there. I mean, it's not like this is going to be pulled at once it's assembled. Alright, and basically I just went in here before and trimmed all these wires and pre-tinned them for the contacts they're going in. So you're going to have ground going to ground. Which side do I want to start on? Actually, I'm going to go from this direction. So the 5-volt out is going to go to V plus. Let me zoom in a little bit. Boom. So V plus right over here underneath that black wire that was pre-installed there. I didn't install it, that was there from factory. Pull that off. Just add a little bit more flux so that when I stick that in there it'll make a good connection. Alright. Alright, that's good. Well, let me just make it so it's a little bit prettier. There we go. Alright, and then my yellow wire, which is the input to the voltage regulator, you're going to need two. So one is going to be the actual input and the other one's going to be for V-sense. Because this is going to the batteries, I think. And that's going to be soldered to this where we remove the MOSFET earlier. Oopsies. Probably not a great thing that I'm getting flux all over it. So yeah, this one's way smaller, but should still be doable as long as we get everything lined up. There we go. And that is definitely something I'm going to reinforce later. And then we're going to have the ground going by this tantalum, I think is what they call these. Tantalum capacitors. So yeah, we're going to bring the ground in. Put a little bit of flux on it. And then, this is awkward for me. Switch again. I definitely want to make sure to warm up this ground pad enough. Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright, so that's the regulator wired in. Gonna wiggle these around until everything settles into a decent place. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna reinforce this. I think I'm just gonna reinforce it with super glue. Let's see. Whoa, this thing is effed up. Do I even have any flow? I do. Alright, so I'm gonna put some right here. Probably probably hot glue would be better for this, but I don't have it on hand. So this will have to do. Where's my lid? Oh, here it is. Just blow on that a little bit. Heat gun. Alright, that's not moving anymore. Doesn't have to be bulletproof. Alright, so then let me just flip this over. I don't think there's anything else I have to do on this side. So I'm probably gonna have to, let's see, yeah, wire this across here so we can get that V sense over here. Dang, that's gonna be short. I think I'm gonna do that second. I think I should wire the resistor. Oh, this is getting confusing. Alright, so move out of the way. I'm not sure which leg. Let me check that really quick. Alright, so after consulting the Google Doc, I realized that I actually installed this transistor the wrong way around. The way they installed it in the Google Doc, they actually installed it upside down from the way it's normally installed on boards from the factory. So instead of the legs going down towards the surface, they would actually come up towards you. Instead of resoldering though, I'm actually going to go ahead and just, because the only thing it does is switch the legs from side to side. So this is supposed to go directly into this first leg and then a wire comes out, a different wire comes out. But I'm just going to swap those because I don't feel like resoldering. But yeah, I actually trimmed this for the other way. It's going to be slightly challenging, but a little bit faster than the alternative. I don't know if I want to do this. I guess I will with these attached. Alright. So, time to solder down this thing. Soldering iron isn't quite hot enough yet. Alright, I think it is now. So that pin is soldered. Alright, and then I'll take this, this is going to the voltage sense, so I'll call it the yellow voltage sense line. I'll add a little bit of flux, grab a little bit of solder, ooh, that undid the first one. Oh, don't want to shake it too much. I think I'm going to super glue this down too. Alright, that's in. I'm just gonna super glue it down real quick. Alright, this is the last step before assembly after I cleaned up and then glued down the transistors down here. The The last step is just to get both of these yellow wires. This one's going to the voltage regulator input, and this one's going from this FET that we put the wrong way around, but we compensated by making a convoluted wire arrangement there. Alright, just gonna get those. Oh, let me get this focused up and zoomed in a little. Okay. These are pre-tinned, so let's see if I can just get a big old solder blob. Dang it. My soldering iron wires. Oh, I gotta move my hand. Alright. Let's try that again. Well, now I don't know what to do with my soldering iron. There. Oh my goodness. There we go. Have them all going to the correct spot. Nope. Dang, that sucks. I'll clean that up later. Is that connecting? I'm gonna inspect that really quick. It looks like everything bonded well enough. I think I can actually come in and do one last final stroke of solder and really get it finally done. Whoa. What? Missed both of them? Why did it sizzle so much? Oh my goodness. Alright, let me give it one last shot. Let me try my old solder. Sometimes that'll do the job. There we go. I think I really got it that time. Yeah, perfect. I hate joining wires at the same soldering location, but that's it. Let's zoom out. That's the full mod right there. We got the regulator getting power in from here, glued down, getting ground above the tantalum capacitor, and then going out to the other side for voltage sense. No, that can't be voltage. Oh yeah, it is voltage sense. Then the output comes back here to V plus, I think. I think everything's done. MOSFETs are in. All right, let's get this thing back together.